Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and really get to the core insights. Today, we're climbing into a story that, well, it completely captivated the internet. A real modern saga, going way beyond just the headlines. We're talking, of course, about Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix. For nearly a decade, they were basically reality TV royalty on Vanderpump Rules. Now, our mission today isn't just to rehash all the drama, it's really about extracting the key takeaways from this incredible, impactful event. An event that totally shattered their world and honestly led to some outcomes nobody really expected. We're digging into the mechanics of this public implosion, not just what happened, but why it went down like that, and maybe what it tells us about, public perception and personal reinvention today.
It's definitely a fascinating journey we're taking you on. You'll see how these layers of public scrutiny, personal heartbreak, how it just collided. And it sparks some pretty profound questions, doesn't it? Especially when a private betrayal becomes this global spectacle. We'll uncover the ultimate betrayal and the twists that truly nobody saw coming.
Okay, so let's unpack this. The main event here. It wasn't just a typical breakup. It was, as the material we looked at calls it, a public implosion, like a total, very visible collapse for everyone to see. And the specifics of the betrayal are pretty stark. Tom Sandoval cheated. But the devastating part, the real twist, was who it was with. Someone Ariana had, welcomed into her home, someone she'd confided in, laughed with. That specific dynamic changes everything, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It elevates it, like you said. It's not just another celebrity split. It's far more visceral. And the immediate fallout, the accounts we've seen describe it as, seismic. Fans were just furious, absolutely furious. And the castmates, totally blindsided. So this intensely personal crisis instantly ballooned into this huge cultural moment, leaving Ariana, at first anyway, to sort of pick up the pieces while the whole world was watching her most vulnerable time.
Right, and this is where it gets really compelling, I think, because instead of, retreating, hiding away, which a lot of people would expect, Ariana Madix did something pretty unexpected. She stood tall, chin up, and just flipped the whole narrative, completely turned it around. She became this, instant symbol of strength, of reinvention. And what does that tell us about maybe the power of seeming authentic, especially now?
Exactly. It wasn't just random luck, was it? It felt like this strategic mix of vulnerability, maybe. Plus, the public was just hungry for that clear hero-villain story. And the speed, the scale of her rise, it's truly remarkable. The internet just crowned her a hero almost overnight, it seemed.
Yeah.
And then the opportunities came flooding in. Brands calling, appearances booked, endorsements everywhere. She wasn't just a reality star anymore. She was like a walking billboard for resilience. We're talking cocktail lines, big sponsorship deals, best-selling book, even Dancing with the Stars. The speed of it all, it wasn't an accident. It tapped into this collective feeling, this desire to see some kind of justice, even if it's just on TV.
It's incredible how fast that pendulum swung, and it does make you wonder, doesn't it? Was this just her catching a lucky wave? Or does the material maybe hint that she was, quietly preparing, almost ready for a moment like this?
So while Ariana's on this rocket ship upwards, Tom Sandoval's public image, predictably maybe, was going the opposite direction, fast. From that cool, charismatic bar owner people used to root for, his image just crumbled. He became this figure who seemed, frankly, more concerned with damage control than accountability. That's how the sources put it.
Yeah, and this really shines a light on how public apologies work, or often how they don't work. The interviews Tom gave, they were supposed to clarify things, right? But they just seemed to make people angrier. Every apology sounded rehearsed. Every explanation felt kind of hollow.
Exactly. Hollow is the word. And the more he tried to, shift the blame or explain it away, the more the public just pushed back harder. It's a classic example, isn't it? We've all seen apologies like that, maybe even given one, where it's more about making ourselves feel better than addressing the other person's hurt. The material captures it perfectly. It created this feedback loop.
Yeah.
The more he deflected, the more that old image just shattered. It was almost a masterclass in how not to handle a crisis like this.
Right. And despite all of that, the betrayal, the public anger, the humiliation, Tom and Ariana, they were forced to keep crossing paths. Shared businesses, maybe some lingering friendships, those reality TV contracts. So a real-life, face-to-face showdown became pretty much inevitable.
In the eyewitness accounts we've looked at, they paint a really vivid picture of that reunion. Tension so thick, apparently, you could cut it with a knife. That's the phrase they use. No hugs, no warmth, just icy stares and really careful words. What's really striking, though, is Ariana's reported stance. It seemed crystal clear. This wasn't about forgiveness for her, not at all. It was about boundaries, about moving forward, sure, but without pretending history didn't happen, without rewriting it. It felt like this really powerful way for her to assert control, in a situation where she'd initially felt so powerless.
And of course, the cameras were right there, rolling on every glance, every little pause, every breath. So naturally, as soon as that teaser trailer dropped showing the confrontation, the internet just exploded all over again. You could almost feel everyone holding their breath, waiting for the fallout.
And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, underneath all the headlines and the brand deals, something deeper was definitely unfolding. Ariana wasn't just getting by, she was genuinely thriving. Not by, pretending it never happened, but by using it, rebuilding from the rubble, essentially, not hiding from it, which is really powerful narrative, right, of resilience. And it clearly resonated with a lot of people.
And the sources we reviewed definitely point this out. And not everyone's completely convinced by that narrative. There's this other argument, a pretty compelling one actually, that the scandal itself has sort of morphed into a marketing tool. That maybe every product, every appearance, it's just another calculated layer in this really carefully crafted comeback story.
And that brings up a really provocative question, doesn't it? Is it possible that Ariana is playing the fame game just as much as Tom ever did? Only maybe smarter. Is that fair criticism? Yeah. Or is it just, what anyone would do if they were in her shoes? It forces you to think about the dynamics between celebrity, authenticity, and, the public stage. It's complicated.
So what does all this mean for you listening to this? The material we've gone through brings up some really significant questions that maybe haven't been asked enough. Like, for instance, if this whole scandal never happened, would Ariana be where she is right now? Would she have gotten those big national interviews, the primetime TV gigs, those lucrative partnerships? Or, and this is the tough part, was this incredibly painful betrayal the very thing that actually unlocked her next chapter? It's a difficult thought, but it's out there.
And then you have to flip it and ask the same kind of question about Tom. Is he actually genuinely remorseful for what he did? Or is he just angry that the public reaction didn't go his way, that his image got so, trashed? These questions really highlight that gap, that potential difference between how things look on the outside and what's really going on inside. Public perception versus private reality.
And the bottom line is this story clearly isn't over yet, not by a long shot. As long as both Tom and Ariana are still in the public eye, this whole scandal, it's going to keep evolving. New alliances might form. Maybe more secrets could still come out. Who knows?
So, thinking about this whole modern saga, what does it really tell us about that intersection of, say, personal crisis, public perception, and that relentless machine that is celebrity culture? And maybe more importantly, how does our collective watching, our consumption of these stories, how does that actually impact the real people at the center of it all?
Definitely something to ponder as you navigate your own view of these very, very public lives.